everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Dezzy Kay, and if you want to see more of this face, you know what to do. So today we're just gonna talk about, money, basically, a little bit of something. That's why I decided to wear green today. I was ready, fully prepared. So we're gonna talk about money today and how to survive on a student budget, basically how to live with the little money you got. Okay, I know as a student it's like quite easy to go broke, like zero broke. It's very easy to go zero broke, but with the things that I'm about to tell you, if you implement them and sort of adjust them to your certain lifestyle, then I assure you that you'll go from broke to broke. You not just you could your broke name, but properly, not zero. Thank you. Okay, so first of all, like, have your own bank account. Like, it's not even a joke. Like, have your own bank account. That is, none of this is gonna work, or like anything in general. It's not gonna work if you don't have your own bank account with your name, that only you can see what's going on in there. It's also, this is an important thing because people don't necessarily always understand their priorities, and sometimes it can get frustrating when family members are able to view exactly what's going on each and every transaction, and it can cause stress. But no, we just don't want that. Okay, so have your own bank account so that you can just organize things properly for yourself and everything will be good. Also, make sure that like nobody else knows what's going on, and like nobody else should have access to your balance, or even your family. That's how I'm so serious. Only you should know what's going on in there. And yeah, okay, a little background information about me. I'm currently a student. And so I don't do anything that gives me like a stable income. I don't have a job or anything that I do on the side that gives me like a monthly stable income. So the only money that I receive is like from family and friends. So although that's the case, like, I do treat my money properly. All the essentials have to be prioritized, and like, I feel like as a student it's very easy to go broke. I'm not really a huge spender, but it's very easy to go broke. So yeah, but if you follow all of these things that I'm about to tell you, you'll be good. Okay, so let's get started. Any money that gets into my bank account, like literally any money that gets into my bank account, I literally take 50% of it and transfer it to my savings plans. It's cool. My saving plans. I will talk more about what's in the saving plans later, but 50% is the amount that I use basically for like essentials, like groceries, or toiletries, anything that you regard as essential. That will be what you use the 50% for. And then if there's money left over, then there's money left over, and then you just leave it there in your day-to-day account. Now we go into the important thing where all the magic happens. Okay, so currently, as it is, I do have 3 savings plans. I don't know what because it's a savings plan. Let me check this thing. Hold on. I got my answer. It's savings plans. Sounds weird to say, but it's there. So I currently have 3 savings plans, and that's where I transferred the other 50%, right? So the 50% of my savings plan is split into 3. First is education, secondly is YouTube, third is leisure. Alright, so about the education, I literally save 20% of any income that I get. 20%, it just like, I personally just transfer it to my education saving plan, so I know that I can use that money if I need a textbook, if I need to repay my laptop, if I need to buy stationery, if I need to buy books, like that's the money that I will use for my education, because that is the most important thing. Okay, and I don't want to ever like really run out of money for like a pencil. Like that's just sad. And considering that that's my main reason I'm here, and like I can't be spending money on fast food when I don't even have a pencil to write and I'm studying. So yeah, I save money for everything to do with that. And like, yo, it is so tempting to use that money. It is so tempting, because like over time it accumulates, and plus since the saving plans, it like gains interest and stuff. Like it is so tempting. Sometimes you just feel like, wait, okay, let me just transfer this education money and just use it. But that is not gonna help you in the long run. You just need to be focused and make sure that you only use that money for like school, basically anything to do with school. Do not touch unless it's for the books. Okay, thank you. All right, secondly, we have my YouTube saving plans. I mean, personally for you, you can literally save up for anything that you would regard as important in your life right now, whether it's short term or long term. You can save for that. I personally said YouTube because I need to save up money for like editing apps, upgrading my licenses, any equipment that I need to buy. That is just like my focus area right now in terms of finances, in terms of finances. So that's why I put YouTube as one of my savings plans, and that's just straightforward. I save 10% of any income that I get from my day-to-day account into my YouTube account. That's just what I do. And then lastly, but most important, is leisure. I mean, it is what it sounds like it is. It isn't quite common, but I highly recommend it. Actually, out of this whole video, if you didn't listen to anything, listen to this. Create a savings plan for leisure. It is quite abnormal, considering the fact that people usually like spend money in their day-to-day account, spend money, and then whatever's left over, that's the money that they use for fun, basically, like buying whatever extra things that they want, going out with their friends. That's usually the money that they use. But for me, I find that you end up using money that like you have to use for essential stuff. Like, I like to ensure that there is money left in my day-to-day account as well, because like there are some things that you just can't buy and then store and then keep for like a month or however long, and you need to like, I don't know, you just, there are some things that you need to buy like regularly, especially if you're living maybe in a student accommodation that doesn't provide like meals. If you have to cook your own meals or whatever, then there are things that you can't necessarily store and keep away. You can't buy in the beginning and then ditlobola, basically. So you do need to ensure that you have things, you still have money in your day-to-day account that will keep you sustained over like the month or however long it takes for you to get your next amount of money from your friends or family, or wherever you get your money from. So just ensure that you do have money in your day-to-day account still for those essentials that you can't necessarily buy over long periods of time, if that makes sense. Yeah, so that's also why I like to ensure that I keep a leisure account, so that I don't spend money on leisure activities and then essentials can't fit in anyway. That's just sad. Do that. So I definitely do have a savings plan for my leisure, and basically I save it up for like me, like my items. Like if I want to buy makeup, that's what I buy. If that's what I use money for. If I want to go out with my friends, that's the money I use. If I want to buy fast food, that's the money I use. If that leisure account says zero, there's no way I'm going to sit in my room and study, literally. If it says zero, then I'm broke you, but like not really broke, but like broke you. So I try to like only use the money that is in there, and plus every month it gains interest, so it just, but overall I think that is actually like a very good idea because it ensures that you use your money properly. I also write down the things that I want, like for example maybe every 2 weeks I have this little book that I write everything that I want down, like not necessarily need, everything that I want. I literally write it down. Like if I'm like, oh, I saw these nice shoes at Mr. Price or whatever, then I'm like, I write it down so that I know if I have money, like enough money in my ledger account for those turkeys, and I'm like, okay, and I go buy it, and then like it's sort of like I'm saving up for the things that I want, which is like a good mentality. That's it. Just have a leisure account. It will solve half of your problems, trust me. I think the most important thing with this is like it's very difficult, especially when you go from like school to like adult life in general. You go from having to buy stuff only at the tuck shop to like having to cover so many more expenses, and you have so much more responsibility, so it's quite difficult, and you get tempted to use your money, but like just try to stay strong and then have savings plans. Yes, have those so that you know your life is sorted, and no matter what, if you run out of money, and at least you still have like money for like your essential stuff like education, like you still have money for that's the most important thing. And I personally, most people have like an emergency account. Let's say you run into like emergencies, I don't know, maybe transportation or something, maybe you drive a car and your tire bursts or something, I don't know. Most people do have those, but I personally don't have one because I live like an hour, I live like less than an hour's drive from almost my entire family, so I know that they're around. Not saying that I'm depending on them that much, but like and I don't travel a lot. I don't like literally the raise, even in terms of like where I stay in a student residence, so they provide food, they provide a lot, so I don't really have an emergency account, if you could call it, because I know like I'm at least fortunate enough to know I can always call my family and then they will be able to help me with whatever that I need help with. But that doesn't mean that I must use my money irresponsibly. I just try to sort out my things and make sure that everything is good. So yeah, just make sure that you save up for the thing that's most important to you, and like don't touch it unless it has to do with that important thing. Like that for me is education. Like I will not touch it unless it has to do with like stuff that I actually need for school. So just ensure that you have like your priorities set right, and then everything else should follow. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any more questions or video ideas, you can just comment down below and then I'll respond as soon as possible. And thank you guys for watching this. Hope you have a great day. Enjoy.